Good day, English learners. I hope you're all doing well today. Are you ready for another exciting English lesson? Today, we're going to explore the wonderful world of poetry as we learn about the basic elements of poetry and context.
Have you ever read a poem that made you imagine a beautiful place, feel a strong emotion, or think about an important message? That's the power of poetry. In this lesson, we will discover the different elements that make poems meaningful and interesting. We'll learn how poets use words to express ideas, create vivid images, and connect with readers. We'll also understand how the context of a poem helps us better appreciate its meaning. So, keep your minds open, participate actively, and don't be afraid to share your ideas. Remember, there are many ways to appreciate poetry. Are you ready? Let's begin our journey into the world of poetry.
Now that we know what poetry is, let's explore the different parts that make a poem meaningful. Every poem is made up of different parts called elements of poetry. Think of these elements as the building blocks of a poem. These elements help us understand how a poem is written and what the poet wants to express. Let's begin with the first element of poetry, form. Form is the overall structure or arrangement of a poem. It tells us how a poem is organized and how the lines are written. Think of it this way. Imagine you're building a house. Before you start building, you need a plan or a design. In the same way, every poem has a form that serves as its design or structure. Today, we'll learn one common type of form called free verse. A free verse poem does not follow a regular rhyme or rhythm. This means the poet doesn't have to make the words rhyme or follow a fixed pattern. Instead, the poet is free to arrange the lines in any way that best expresses their ideas and feelings. Let's read the example together. The flowers bloom under the morning sun. Their beauty brings joy. Now, let's think about it. Do you notice any words that rhyme? That's right. There isn't a clear or regular rhyme pattern. That's why this poem is an example of free verse. Now that we've learned about free verse, let's look at another type of poetic form, the rhyming poem. A rhyming poem has words at the end of its lines that sound alike. These words are called rhyming words. Let's read the example together. The stars shine bright. They light the night. Now, listen carefully to the last words in each line. Bright. Night. Can you hear how they sound alike? So, unlike free verse, a rhyming poem often follows a pattern of words that rhyme, making the poem more musical and enjoyable to read aloud. Now that we've learned about the different forms of poetry, let's move on to another basic element, the line. A line is one row of words in a poem. Unlike stories or essays, poems are not written in long paragraphs. Instead, they are written one line at a time. Let's look at our example. The birds are singing in the quiet morning, bringing hope today. Now, let's count the lines together. Line 1, the birds are singing. Line 2, in the quiet morning. Line 3, bringing hope today. Question, how many lines does this poem have? That's correct. The poem has 3 lines. Now, let's move on to another important element of poetry, imagery. Imagery is the use of descriptive words that help readers imagine what they can see, hear, smell, taste, or feel. It creates a picture in our minds while we are reading a poem. Now, let's look at the examples. First example. The sweet smell of flowers filled the garden. Let's think about this sentence. Which sense does it appeal to? That's right. It uses the sense of smell because it describes the sweet smell of flowers. Sound devices make poems more interesting and enjoyable to read aloud. They create rhythm, add musicality, and make poems easier to remember. Today, we'll learn 3 common sound devices. Rhyme. Alliteration. Onomatopoeia. Let's look at them one by one. 1. Rhyme. The first sound device is rhyme. A rhyme happens when words have the same ending sound. Let's read the examples together. Light, night. Tree, bee. Listen carefully. Light. Night. Do they sound alike at the end? Exactly. They rhyme because they share the same ending sound. 2. Alliteration. Next is alliteration. Alliteration happens when words begin with the same consonant sound. Let's read the example. She sells seashells. What sound do you hear repeated? That's right. The repeated S sound makes the phrase fun and catchy to say. 3. Onomatopoeia. Our last sound device is onomatopoeia. That's a long word, isn't it? Onomatopoeia means words that imitate or copy real-life sounds. Examples include buzz, boom, splash, tick-tock. When you hear the word buzz, what do you think of? A bee. How about tick-tock? A clock. Exactly. These words sound like the noises they describe. Welcome to quiz time. Test your knowledge of poetry and literary devices. Answer each question correctly to earn points. Press start to begin. Ready screen. Get ready. Read each question carefully and choose the best answer. Good luck. Question 1. What type of poem does not follow a regular rhyme or rhythm? A. Haiku. B. Sonnet. C. Free verse. D. Limerick. Answer: C. Free verse. Correct. Free verse has no fixed rhyme scheme or rhythm. Question 2. Which of the following is an example of imagery? A. The poem has 4 lines. B. The sweet smell of flowers filled the garden. C. The poem is about friendship. D. The author wrote a poem. Correct answer: B. Excellent. Imagery uses descriptive language that appeals to the senses. Question 3. Words that imitate real-life sounds are called A. Alliteration. B. Haiku. C. Onomatopoeia. D. Simile. Answer: C. Onomatopoeia. Correct. Examples include buzz, bang, and meow. Question 4. True or false, imagery helps readers create pictures in their minds while reading a poem. Correct answer: true. Correct. Imagery allows readers to visualize people, places, sounds, smells, tastes, and feelings. Congratulations! You completed quiz time with excellent results. Keep practicing what you've learned, and don't be afraid to explore more poems to strengthen your understanding. Thank you for playing and learning with us today. I'll see you next time for another fun and exciting learning adventure. Goodbye, and keep reading.